But yeah, we are on our way home. Boo, boo, doo, boo, doo, boo. Morning, guys. Doctors have been around. Still waiting for the CT scan at the moment. They've turned around and said that if it's an infection, I've got to go back to theatre and have it all like cleaned out and the mesh changed, I think it was. If it's the seroma, which is the fluid that's filled the gap of like the dead space, which is where they cut everything away, then they can just put a needle in and drain it. But there's a chance still that with the fluid it might still come back, which means I'll just have to keep draining it until it stops, which either one I'm not looking forward to. I'm pretty knackered. I didn't really sleep much. I was like on and off sleeping all night. Just had a cannula put in. Took 4 attempts for that, which is a nightmare. But that's pretty much it at the moment. And it's just literally waiting for the scan. Which I've had the scanner lady come up and like check all the details and check see if I had the cannula in and things. So it's now just waiting for the scanner to be free and to get me down. I had Dr. Matt come round and see me this morning, even though I'm under a different doctor at the moment. He's still coming in and checking everything and wanting to be the main person to look after me, which I think is really sweet. And I really do want him to continue managing my care, really, because obviously he did my main surgery. So, I mean, I trust all the other doctors, but like I said, he did my main surgery, and he's just so lovely. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens after the scan. But for now, I've just been up since God knows how long, watching YouTube videos, and I read a little bit. I got some birthday cards I need to make later. So that's kind of it for now. Soph just texted me that Alba jumped up on Soph's parents' sofa with a bone, and Soph's mum told Alba to jump down and not eat the bone on the sofa. Alba jumped down straight away, went over to the toy box, chopped the bone off, picked another bone out and went back on the sofa. So she was probably thinking, well, if I choose a different bone, can I come on the sofa? That's just adorable. I had a thought earlier that yesterday when we said about when Dixie came running into the hospital to find me, she would have had to have stood outside the automatic doors, waited for them to open, and then go through. But she'd have had to have done that twice for the doors to open, because there was 2 doors. I chuckled at the thought of her standing there waiting for the door to open for her, bless her. But yeah, I'm gonna go drink my apple juice, and we'll see you in a bit. Hello! I'm on my way home! If you can't see already, because I'm on the middle of the road. We're about to go over a bridge. I thought I would try and capture the scenery from there as well. Oh my god, that reminded me of Friday night dinner. Scenery. If you've not seen Friday Night Dinner on Netflix, you really need to go see it. But no, he didn't. It was just the way like it was pronounced. Like oh, what's something that he would have said? Yeah, hello, Jackie. So I will get to the point of what I'm about to say, but in that time of me trying to think, we are actually on the bridge now. So da 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 da. This is to my left. this is to my right. This is to the back of me. Anyway, I'm on my way home. What happened? So, I had to have a urgency tea again. And basically, I'm having some form of mast cell reaction and inflammatory reaction, and my body's basically getting pissed at me and throwing a hissy fit. That's a really weird boat. It looks like a big sort of oil canister, but it's an actual boat. It's very weird. And I've got inflammation reaction. Nope, you're cool. The inflammation, no, my oxygen's doing that thing again. But it's only in the car. It keeps going. I don't know, I can't see, it's too dark. I don't think that, but that shouldn't make a difference. Every time we go through this tunnel, we think of the scene in, it's either the day after tomorrow or Independence Day, we're not sure. It goes through different stages of, first of all, there's like a massive flood. I don't know, but like, I think it's like the mum, son and dog. They run out of the car and go and hide in one of those little doors. So yeah, we always think of that. Anyway, back to my tummy. There's like this weird inflammation sort of stuff, both on my subcut level, which is obviously just under the skin, and also surrounding the mesh and everything that was repaired. Is nothing that can be drained or surgically done to it. It's just waiting for my body to grow a pair of balls and man up, basically. But on my discharge summary, obviously my bloods are raised, and it also turns around and says that there was something at the bottom of my lungs. So I'm not too sure what's that's all about. So I don't know. But we don't know if obviously that's what's going on with inside of my lungs, whether that's what's causing my bloods to be off and whatever it was on the scan. I don't know, because this is all new stuff that wasn't on my previous scan, which prompted them to do the emergency surgery. So, but I'm home. They said there's no point in keeping me in to monitor it and make sure it goes down or gets bigger. I can just do it at home, and if it does get worse, then just do what we did this time. They've also booked like an outpatient's appointment for me to be seen, and yeah, that's kind of it. So we're now home in the shitty traffic. Such fun, more shitty traffic. I haven't eaten since yesterday morning, so we're going to get something to eat, because I had to be nil by mouth or clear fluids, even though I had a milkshake. Just in case I went to theatre. In my eyes, I knew that it wouldn't be emergency surgery, so even after the CT scan, it would have been the case of they would have just fitted me on a surgical list if I needed it. So I drank my milkshake anyway, because I knew I wouldn't have been having surgery in the next 12 hours. But meh, that was what I did. But yeah, we are on our way home. Boo boo doo boo doo boo. Via some food for my tum. Oh, that worked out perfectly, and I can see you smiling.
I'm also smiling because the dude in front, right, he's on a motorbike.
Yeah.
And he's wearing jeans and these weird brown, what looks like loafers. And he's just got these really horrible socks on, and he's had to put his leg down.
I can't see.
He's not wearing anything suitable.
Most people don't.
Right. The only thing
Yeah. Most people see the sun and think, oh, I'm just going to go out in my shorts and t-shirt on my motorbike today.
He's wearing trousers.
Yeah.
And they are not motorbike shoes. I'm surprised they're not falling off of his feet.
He probably thinks because he's not on a motorbike, he's on like some moped thing, that he can get away with it. Idiots. So we're going to go get something to eat and drink, and then we will be home. And this time I will try and remember to show you the patio of what people have destroyed, because we forgot yesterday. So we'll see you in a bit. So we just pulled up at McDonald's. We're at the drive-thru, and obviously So's getting me to repeat what I wanted. And it was just like a comedy act. And I said to Soph that he probably thinks that she's either talking to herself with a split personality, which is what So said, and I said that it looks like she was calling the dogs babe and talking to the dogs because he didn't see me in the back of the car. So it's like she was like something was wrong with her or something. It's so funny. But I couldn't make it. He was really chuckling. I couldn't make a decision on what drink I wanted, so I got a banana milkshake, a Coke and a frozen strawberry lemonade. Oops. I was like, I've just come out of hospital. I've been ill by mouth since yesterday morning. But I will just state to you guys, I am not going to drink them all right now. They will probably last me until I go to bed tonight. So, whoop, whoop for nice food and drink.
Okay, guys, literally, I was just setting up the my phone so that I could hear, so that we could listen to music on the way home. And I looked in the mirror because I'd finished it and I was getting ready to leave. And I just saw this. What the heck has she done?
I'm a unicorn.
That's not even a
big one.
Please don't ever do that again.
I don't have my eye thing because of all the bags on my back.
So she's put a pillow on her
I want
head.
my eyes covered.
Oh. I just nearly wet myself though because I was just looking back and it was terrible. But anyway,
We're going home.
we're going home. I know. Dixie, we're going home. Yeah, Mum. Home. Okay then. But yeah, so we will let you know when we get home and we will speak to you guys later. So as you guys know from when we showed you when we planted that, this was all nice and put together, and we struggled because we had to try and figure out this one to try and level it out, and now it genuinely looks as though someone's like tried to lift it and do that with it. Whatever's happened, someone's been kicking it around like that. But yeah, so we're not really sure what's going on, but we're going to have to get the council to come and have a look at it because it could be a trip hazard and we can't level it out because we can't get it to work. So watch this space. But yes, on a more positive note, look at the tree. It's so green.
Am I home? Yes. Yes. Am I home? Yes. Hi. Hi. I'm home. I'm home. Yes. Yes. Hi. Hi. Yes. Yes. Am I home? Am I home? Am I home? Yes. Yes. That's just a little bit of what it's like every time I come home from hospital, people. Every time. Yes. Yes. Literally just walked through the door. Yes. 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 Oh, you took my ring off. gorgeous. I'll go to kiss her, but watch. Pardon you.
Is Mummy home again now, Alba? Where's Mummy? Alba, where's Mummy? Where's Mummy? That's the wrong way, baby girl.
Dixie found me.
Go give Mummy a kiss. Can't get up there, no, Mum. Give Mummy a kiss.
Thank you. Thanks. Hi. Have you missed me? Can I have another kiss? Ooh.
Oh, double kisses. That was nice.
Yeah.
What is that like, Alba Bob? Where's your tail? No.
Good evening.
Really hot, guys.
It is really hot. If it doesn't cool down, we're going to be opening the window.
Yeah, I think so.
We've got... Okay, well, I was just about to say we've got all the holiday makers arriving into Cornwall, and as I just said that, there's nobody on the road.
Earlier on we had them all.
Literally, it was like bumper to bumper, just constantly coming down. Gotta love Cornwall bank holidays! I said to Sophie a second ago that when I came upstairs, I'm glad that my wound is numb still, because we got alcohol wipes from my IVIG.
You heard that, right?
And I put like the alcohol wipe inside the bit that's open and around it just to clean it as thoroughly as possible, because I've had like an open wound in hospital and they needed my dressing off to be able to keep looking at it, and I'm paranoid. I don't want to get an infection, and I'm just going to do everything I can to prevent it. So alcohol swab in the wound it was. But I just noticed that a bit of it's like, it looks like it's splitting.
It certainly looks a bit
And it's
rawer,
like
doesn't it?
wet and stuff, and now I don't know if my wound's split. Because of the pressure behind it, there is that risk that it can split, which isn't going to be good if it does. It's still got stitches in, but it's still not good. What can we do?
Yeah, hopefully I was going to say hopefully, it'll be okay. The thing is, you've probably got more pressure behind there today anyway, because they never gave you your meds. The freezamide.
I have only... I peed when we got home, and I just peed then, and other than that, since yesterday before we went to the GP, I then, which was, we left at 10:30, so I probably peed at 10 yesterday morning, and then the next time I peed was 4 o'clock this morning. It's just my body, it's just the way it is, and that's why I'm on fluid tablets, because my body doesn't work properly.
No.
My kidneys are screwed.
But yeah, that probably made a big difference.
Yeah.
Because they take a few days to kick in, but if you miss one day, that day is terrible.
Yeah, and then it starts to cycle again of waiting for it to all kick back in again.
Because she said that she didn't know how much to give her, where, I'm not being funny, but the doctor prescribed the right amount, and it says on the box the amount, and I wrote a meds list.
It's just like, is it really that difficult?
It's like with your azithromycin though, isn't it? It's a powder that you've got to mix up with some water to make like an oral suspension. And she said to me, like, just before we left, that she didn't give it to her because she didn't know how to mix it up. It says on the bottle, add 15 ml of cold water, shake until
Dissolve.
globulous or something.
Yeah.
And then
like draw it up.
Yeah, like they've got the dose that she needs.
It's really not difficult. Really not
like,
difficult.
Literally, if she'd actually just like read it, but she was just like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know how to do it. And I said, well, I'm pretty sure it says on the bottle. And she actually said, to be honest, I just didn't look, didn't
Yeah.
she?
The problem is,
really?
I then can't do it because I don't have the syringes and sterile water to do it. At home we don't need sterile water, but in hospital, I don't. I'm just paranoid, and I can't do it from a tap anyway because people clean their hands in the tap from dealing like with procedures, and I didn't have a syringe, so I just couldn't have it, and it's just frustrating.
But yeah, so now that's another day where she's...
Oh, bless you! It was!
Oh, was that nice?
Did you sneeze?
I shocked
You are!
But yeah, so that...
Look at her handy folks. Oh.
I don't want you to look at my cross handy.
I don't even know if I got that then.
I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's another day that she's gone without her, like, prescribed antibiotics, which means that she's now, like, at an even higher risk of getting infections and stuff.
And
from
my
hospital.
my bloods are off anyway with infection markers. It's showing that I have an infection, but it's likely that that's my chest.
Yeah, we reckon so.
But I need that antibiotic for my chest, and it's also a preventative for infections throughout my body because of my primary immune deficiency. Just going in hospital is such a stressful event.
Especially seeing as you were in there
Alba's hitting me.
basically 24 hours and they messed up your meds that much.
And this morning when Dr. Matt come in, I said, can I have some pain relief prescribed because I haven't got none, and he was not impressed. He was like, you haven't even got paracetamol. I was like, I know. And he was like, you're only 2 weeks post-op. I was like, I know. So he quickly prescribed them as well as Ormoff as well. It's just, why is it so difficult? It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be like this. But unfortunately, we question many staff whether they should actually be working as a healthcare professional because of how shocking it is sometimes.
Did we tell the people about the nurse?
Oh, the charge nurse. He was he didn't even come over and say hello when we got there. When we ran out of oxygen, he was like, well, can't you go get some from home? I was like, we've brought everything with us and we ran out. So he went out and he was like, well, this is our only cylinder and it's only half full. And he was like, we'll sort something out when it runs out. And we were like, surely you should be sorting something out before it runs out. But the shocking thing is, we were in a room with oxygen ports on the wall.
3 actual ports that were on the wall, none of which were in use, and 2 of those ports had no one in those bed spaces, so we could have been moved over there. Or behind us in the sitting chair like waiting area bit in the same room, they had, thank you Albert,
they had the holes.
They had all of the holes, which I didn't know, but you said that they can just pull out the things, can't
and
they?
just move it to a different section.
So actually, as a charge nurse, he would know that, and he could have put us on the wall.
Yeah.
Once that was pretty much ran out, you went and found a different one, didn't you?
I went and got another charge nurse, and I was just like, I ran out of oxygen, and this charge nurse is saying there's nothing he can do, and she was just like, there's oxygen on the wall, and literally as she said that, he walked around the corner, and I'm hoping he heard.
Yeah, because then she was like, well, great, because now that means that we've got no, like, emergency tank if we need to transport somebody to somewhere else.
Because I'd used it all. And they, like, the porters don't bring it up quickly. They bring it up when they're not moving patients around. But this charge nurse, he was, like, slagging off staff members, slagging off patients, saying, oh, don't bring her on the bed, we'll never get her out. And when someone else come up in pain, they were just like, well, we're not giving you morphine, you can have paracetamol. And they were like, well, we had morphine in A&E, and he was like, well, we're not doing that up here. Which actually they said to me as well when I went there, and then that's when Dr. Matt was just like, what? And then put me on a morphine PCA. That was hilarious, because it was the nurse that said no. Literally 5 minutes later she was coming around with a continuous infusion.
And when he was on the phone accepting up the person who he said they shouldn't, like, we won't put them in the bed because we won't get rid of them, her name's like something that, like, her first name and her last name rhymed, and he was like, oh, a lot of thought went into that name then, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we were just like, well, that's rude in itself, when he was on the phone. And just, like, to throw this in there, obviously you don't know who this person is, so it's fine, we can tell you.
Yeah.
But she had her appendix out, like, a few days ago, and then she was still complaining of pain after, and they were basically saying that she's just milking it, that
because when she came in with her appendix, there wasn't actually anything wrong with it, but she was complaining so much of pain that even though she had the scan, they had to do exploratory surgery because they had to try and figure out what was causing her all this pain. So they removed the appendix while she was there, because they were just like, well, let's just take it out now because she's on the table, when she, like, there was nothing wrong.
And they couldn't find anything else wrong, so I don't know what they assumed it must have been, but they couldn't find anything else wrong.
No.
But as it turns out, she's in there now and she needs to have more surgery, because when they were in surgery, they accidentally
stitched her stomach to her abdominal wall.
Yeah. So actually, they're bitching about this patient, saying that she's just a time waster and that, you know, all of these horrible things in earshot of, like,
and actually
else.
This time there was something wrong.
Yeah, she actually really needed help.
Yeah.
So you
and
just think,
he literally, we were sat 2 foot from him. I mean, he was doing all this.
Yeah.
So when I was leaving today, I wrote a complaint.
Yeah.
Definitely. It was just like, for a charge nurse, that was shocking. Yeah. And he was constantly slamming things around, and his mannerisms were just awful.
He was very sarcastic as well, and he didn't offer anybody in there a drink at all.
Nobody had been asked to have something to eat.
I know. You're gorgeous.
Can I have a kiss?
Yeah,
thank you. It was just...
It was really bad.
Really bad. I've never...
Really angry.
I've never... literally witnessed anybody at this hospital like this. Other hospitals have, but this hospital is generally really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was really bad, so complaint. I don't care.
Yes. On a different note, but still to do with Charlie in the hospital, don't know if you guys remember, or whether we told you, but I'm pretty sure we did, that before Charlie went back into hospital, after she came out of hospital, before she went back in hospital, Alba kept suddenly, like, looking at her like this.
I thought she was going to do it then.
Well, she's still doing it. She's still looking at her like, are you still home? No,
yeah. I farted on Mummy's leg.
No, it was on the bed. I didn't feel anything. It wasn't on me, was it?
Did you fart?
want a treat.
Did you fart?
No.
Fart?
No.
Poof.
What? Down here?
From there? So yeah,
Yes.
I am glad to be home. Let's just say that.
Indeed.
And I'm knackered. I got a pressure head.
Did you witness that?
I did.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Is she
She
okay? I just want her ball. Don't do it.
You just want that, don't you? Yeah, I want this one, but hers.
And now Dixie started.
Sitting is good.
Oh, I ran back, man.
Yeah. That one. This one is. This is your last one, okay? Last one. Good job, Dixie. This is your last one. Good girls.
And now they get the pack wet.
Okay. Over the packet.
Yeah.
My nose is running. I'm so excited. Just tiny piece of
Thanks, man.
Oh no, I'm just gonna like a sock.
Yeah. And on that note, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Friday, May 3rd. Trusting to the end. Every detail of your body and soul, even the hairs of your head, is in my care. Nothing of you will be lost. Staying with it, that's what is required. Stay with it till the end. You won't be sorry, you'll be saved. Today's reading begins with a poor widow having so much trust in God that she puts all she has to live on into the collection plate. Although her offering was much less in actual amount than what the rich people were willing to contribute, it was a much bigger percentage of what she possessed in total. As Jesus says, the widow gave her all. In the verses that follow, Jesus tells his disciples that no matter what's happening in the world, famine, war, earthquake, betrayals, persecution, they aren't to worry. For this world can take nothing from them. As long as they trust in God, His promises and His love, He will never leave them. From first to last, it all comes down to a matter of giving God your all and trusting in God for everything, every detail to the very end. For that is how you will win the true life of your souls. Jesus, I give you my all and leave everything, every detail in your hands. I trust you, knowing that only you will I find and win the true life.